They tell you about what their contest of the month is. And then you get the story that they serialize and continue with each month. In the middle spread, you've got your guide to all the different candies. Then a little bit further in, and yes, it is printed backwards because that's how manga is read. As you keep going further in, you've got some more in-depth information about certain candies, or in this case, drinks. So you guys will be seeing how you open up ramune, which they give you a little background and they give you what the flavors are. And I looked at mine and it looks like it might be the coconut, or no, the watermelon. That was what I decided, the watermelon. It's got some kind of vague pictures, but it doesn't say the flavor. As you can see, there's a little watermelon here, and there's what appears to be a melon there, and kind of summary images. So it's hard to tell. It might be something else, but I think it's watermelon. We'll find out in just a few minutes. And each month they also have, well, this is some of their contest stuff that you could win just by the fact that you are subscribing to the crate. You could win a big crate with all this stuff, which is cool. Video games, fun items, as well as more candy. Depending on the month, it always changes. Background on February in Japan. So you can see some kind of cultural and historic backgrounds. And then they give you instructions for their DIY item of the month. This month there's actually 2 DIY items. First off is the chocolate drawing DIY, which I'll go ahead and show you guys. The idea is you can make a chocolate lollipop with a really fun pattern, and you can create the pattern to be anything that you want. Basically it's bitmap art, which is really cool. I've been excited to try this one out, but I just haven't gotten around to it, which stinks because they actually had a contest to see who could do some creative ones. But that's life. So I'll have fun with this one. I loved doing this kind of art as a kid, and this is just even more fun now as an adult artist. The other DIY item this month is the Naricho soft cider or strawberry cones, and mine are definitely strawberry. How it works is you become a candy ice cream chef and make your own delicious ice cream cones. Basically you mix the powder with water, stir it up, and then you put it into your well, normally it says you put it into your freezer, so I guess it just becomes thick and you go ahead and eat it and make it really cold. So that's interesting. I would have thought you'd freeze it, but that's cool. It's something different. I like seeing what they put in. So let's go on to open up our ramune, which I don't know if you guys have ever drank these or not. Ramune is really unique. So there's this little green part on the top here, which you'll see once I pull off this label. And what it does is, this is the opener. You have to use this opener here to get the marble down into the jar. The marble is what's keeping it sealed. So that's pretty cool. And it's been a while since I opened one of these, so I should probably pay attention, make sure I'm doing it right. Yeah, you do detach the little plunger. I couldn't remember that part. So yeah, basically you detach this little guy, which is just a piece of plastic, kind of a T-shaped piece. So you pop it out of the ring, and then you'll want to make sure you have a fairly reliable surface. I might have to switch my surfaces, but I wanted to try to show you on camera. So you're going to take this plunger and you're going to push it down with the heel of your hand. That's usually the easiest way to do it in my experience. So you'll push it down and it might fizz up a little bit, Most of the time it doesn't, but if you have shaken it accidentally or been at all vigorous with it, it might fizz up a little bit. So let's do this. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful. So yeah, it fizzed a little. I felt a little bit on my hand, no big deal, but not enough to even really feel wet. And the marble is now down here, resting in what I like to think of as the squid-like area, because I feel like this looks like a little squid face with the two eyes. Hopefully you can see it, maybe? Maybe it's in my head. And then when you drink from it, you'll want to have the squid part facing you, because the two indentations that are the squid eyes will hold your marble while you drink it. If you don't, if you switch sides, then it might roll back and try to cover up the opening. But there you go. There is your ramen. It's hard to tell the flavor. It's very, very light. Some of them are much more pronounced than others. I've had strawberry and grape, the original, and here and there a couple others. I want to say that this is probably the watermelon, but it could also be coconut. The smell reminds me a little bit of coconut. It's really good though, and I'm sure that you guys would enjoy this. And you can actually find these here in the US at like Asian markets, or occasionally at other Japanese specific kinds of stores. And I think I've even seen them at some Kroger stores, so maybe even big supermarkets. Depending on where you live, it might be more common. Around here in the South, less common. But if you're on the West Coast in California, I bet you can find these way easier. So it's a fun product. I really enjoy it, and I'm really glad that they sent one in this box. They haven't before, so it's a fun treat. All right. So next up, let's look at our guide here. So we'll try the Tapu Trio stick gum. So here's what it looks like, and basically you get 3 different flavors of gum, and cola, cider, and grape, and there's 6 sticks that are individually wrapped. So that's fun. And I could actually smell it before I opened it. They smell really good. I think I'll open up one of the grape to see what it's like and show you guys. But I don't really want to eat it on film. Oh, okay. So this is actually a little bit smaller in terms of the size of the gum than I thought it would be. So it's kind of small, but it's cute and nice and soft, and it smells really good. I imagine this type of gum might not last too long, but it's a fun kind of kids product, which, you know, that's part of what you get when you try different things like this. And gums, most of them don't last very long. So fun little novelty kind of item. And yeah, that is the Tapu Trio stick gum. And let's try one more item here. This is the Chorus Grape and Soda Kaji Richo. I had to stop and think about that one because it's spelled a little differently than Americans are used to. It is a refreshing soda-flavored taffy wrapped in a layer of chewy grape taffy. It has a similar consistency to gum but dissolves over time. So that sounds cool. I went ahead and started to open it. And it smells, yet again, really good. I really enjoy a lot of the Japanese grape flavors. I think they tend to use different flavorings than in America. And I just really enjoy their grape one a little bit more sometimes than the American one. Let's try it. I can definitely see where they say it's gum-like. It's It's easier to chew than taffy. It's really soft. And it definitely dissolves a lot like gum might. Or, taffy might, sorry. I'm going crazy. So that's cool. Chorus Grape and Soda Kaji Richo. Alright. Next is the Twinbo Gummy, Drink Gummy. Twinbo Drink Gummy. So each of these sugar-coated sour gummies have 2 different flavors. Red is cola, blue is ramune, green is lime, and yellow is lemon. Pair them together for intense flavor adventure. Sounds cool. Let's open it up and see. So, it's in a nice little zipper bag, and they're basically kind of like gummy worms. So this is the cola and ramune with the red and blue. And you could break it up and try it in different pieces. Their sour is really not very sour. It's nothing compared to, say, Sour Patch Kids, but it's a fun little bit of sour. And this one's actually a little bit more sour than some I've had, which is kind of impressive. It's a good little gummy. Tastes pretty good. I enjoy it. I don't know that I'd buy it, but it's a fun one to try. Next up, Chipstar Norisho. So Chipstar is the Nabisco Japan potato chips, and Norisho is, I think, the flavor. It made it sound like these are just plain ones. Okay, never mind. This is a Japanese flavor, seaweed and salt, which makes so much more sense because, yeah, nori and sushi. That just, yeah, the seaweed part. Alright, so yeah, it has a little pop-off lid, and inside it is wrapped up in foil, and you get a little stack of chips, a lot like Pringles. So let's try them out. Really good. I didn't feel like they were way different from typical American chips. They kind of had a little undertone of flavor, similar to how they have veggie chips that are made with tomato or spinach. They didn't taste that bad. I would snack on these a lot. So don't be afraid of the seaweed. It's a good choice. And of course, you can kind of seal it back up there and save some for later, which is totally what I'm doing. Alright. So we've got the prize, the little bonus prize, which comes with the premium box. I haven't shown you guys yet. So they will put in some kind of interesting little thing. Sometimes it's a mini blind box item. Sometimes it's a keychain that's something cute. In this case, it's totally a keychain. It's a little bit bigger than some of them that they've had. But I really like it. It is a mini ramen bowl. Isn't it cute? Oh my gosh. So yeah, it is just like the kind that you would get if you were in Japan or at a really nice Japanese style restaurant. And you've got, you know, your ham and your egg. If you have ever seen, say, Ponyo, the Miyazaki movie, you probably have heard about how they make ramen in one part and they put ham in, and Ponyo would get so excited because she's basically a little kid and she gets excited because she really enjoys the ham. This is basically what they make, except, you know, not plastic. But it looks really good, and it kind of has, like, the different things kind of have the right feel, the rubbery-ish egg and the sort of more thick ham. It's cool. Not quite good enough to eat, but close. So, next up is... oh, okay, we'll try another gummy. Yaokin Budo grape gummies. They're reminiscent of fruit snacks, but softer in texture. And apparently these are a favorite amongst Japanese children. That definitely looks like a kid's kind of character. Let's take a look. And what's inside? Oh yeah, these feel like fruit snacks. They are definitely the more squishy fun. And it's more grape, which is kind of exciting. 3 grape things this month, you guys. I'm happy with that. Well, one is sort of grape. It has other flavors too. But that's okay. I like grape. Yeah, these are fun. Kind of typical grape gummies. Very enjoyable. I'm not sure I'm wowed by them like I might be some things in my boxes, but it is a fun addition, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I just swallowed most of it whole. Alrighty. I think I will take a sip of this to make sure that I don't start coughing in a minute. And as you could see there, that marble moved past because I was a little vigorous. And it did sort of block off my drink after a second. So you gotta be careful. Alright, so the next thing here is Yakin Moguchu Strawberry, which are individually wrapped chewy strawberry candies. The paper there says that they remind the makers of Japan Crate of high-chew candies, which are some of the candies that you can find sometimes in America that are pretty popular. These anyway are little individually wrapped candies, and inside the wrapper, of course I leave something with a tiny wrapper on, and it's a little harder to unfold than everything else. Tried to start these things and get them ready and prepped to go today. I'm still defeated by wrappers. This one feels a little hard to me. I think these are a little stale, honestly. My guess is they were probably better at some point. But they smell good. The flavor is good from the little bit I just kind of chipped off. And I imagine if I worked at it a little bit, I could probably soften it up if I sucked on it. That kind of thing. It's okay. It's the first item that I've had that honestly felt like it was past its, better, past freshness, I guess. They've been really good before now. So that's a surprising kind of thing, unfortunately. So let's see, we've tried everything now except for the Super Lemon. They are sour candies. They're supposed to push your tongue to the limit. So they're kind of like warheads from the sound of it. And they are packaged actually really similarly. I don't really want to go for one of these right now. But I will test it out real quick anyway. Give you an idea of how sour it actually is. If it is scary like a warhead, which isn't scary but could actually kind of burn you because it's acidic enough, or not. It says it's got a layer that's super sour with a mild, sweet, hard shell, and then a third layer of intense lemon in the center. So that's kind of crazy. That's pretty close to warhead strength. Not the worst, but it's up there. It's actually definitely on the intense side. Yeah. Lemon's not my favorite, guys, so sorry if I'm not as in-depth, but if you like lemon, you would probably enjoy it. I feel like for those who enjoy lemon, they give a pretty good amount of it, and I feel like it's one of the more common flavors in Japanese candies. Alright, so 2 things left to go. And one is these great green tea Kit Kats, which honestly I already had one of, so I'm just going to show you and tell you I really loved it. I was excited to get it in this box. And you get the typical Kit Kat sticks, but it's cookie coated with the green tea flavored kind of creamy, not really milk chocolate, but similar kind of flavor. If it is white chocolate. Yeah. So it's really fun. I almost want to just eat it right now, but I want to get going. I've got one item left. So this here is the Petite Pastel. Oh no, that's the wrong one. I start reading the wrong one. No, they are. Petite Pastel ice cream, cookies, and chocolate. So there are many ice cream cones and assorted shaped chocolates with a crunchy wafer center. And the box has 2 packages inside, so you could share one with friends. Plus a little coloring area. Very cool. So inside of these are so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay. I hadn't opened these up yet, but they are little chocolate cones with the ice cream candy in the top. And there are a bunch of different colors and I guess flavors too. I'm just gonna pull some out here to show you guys. Oh, and there's some that are, yeah, there's different shapes too. Like different kind of ice cream containers. Like the one I pulled out was a typical ice cream cone like we have in America. This one's kind of a, it's like a little ghost or mushroom with a little face on it. This one here is a little basket, really cute. Oh, and this one's got little candy design, so that's way cute. Let's try the green one. These are really, really good. So, like they said, it is chocolate, which is really nice milk chocolate. It is richer than most Japanese ones I've encountered, and this is much more like European milk chocolate, honestly. And then the little candy coated part here, it doesn't really have any flavor. It's just sweet. And it's got the wafer type cookie inside, which it's kind of like waffle cones and kind of like malted milk balls, somewhere in between there. Really, really good. So I am excited about these. Very tasty. And that is everything in this month's Japan crate. Yeah. Lots of fun stuff, and I still have stuff behind me here. They always send great items, so if you'd like to try them or find out more about them, look in the down below where there'll be a link to check out their site. And if you've enjoyed this video, please like it, and if you feel like if you feel interested, subscribe. Thanks everybody. Bye.